What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoyed that little montage of some of the work we've been doing over the past week. Not a lot of stuff has been done this week. Kind of been busy with some other things, but we've been making some small progress. We got this panel made and finished up for the top part of the rear firewall. I just haven't cut the hole in it yet for the ducting to the radiator, but I've been working on that the other night. Cut this piece out and I realized I did my math wrong. I made a completely right triangle, but this panel leans a little bit forwards, so I had to recut a new triangle to accommodate for that lean. I think it's gonna come out cool. So that's what I'm gonna be working on today. Also got all of my fittings and lines. I should say not all of them, but most of the fittings and lines for the plumbing of the rear radiator. And we also got the overflow tank and everything, all from Motion Raceworks. Got our nice CNC billet overflow tank. Forgot to order the 16AN bung for there, but that's on order. Then we got the Motion Raceworks expansion tank. So a little bleeder valve will go on, I think, this side, and this side bolts up to the bracket. Then we got 30 feet of van line, handful of the ORB-16 bungs for the -16 bulkheads that we're going to be running in the car. Then we also got, you can see in there, some right there, some aluminum weld-on fittings for the radiator and the front coolant parts of the motor, so we can run all AN line fittings and make it all look nice and have no leaks, hopefully. I haven't ordered any like the fittings exactly that I need, like the 90 degrees or the 35s or whatever, because I wanted to get everything in the car in the position it's going to be in. I was recommended by some friends to don't order what you think you need until you have everything in place, because often you will change your mind and find something that works out better. So I got everything to mount the fittings, just not the fittings themselves to make all the lines and everything. So that'll be ordered within the week or so, and we'll get down to that. Also, I don't know if this was in the last video, but we got the roof back on. We were gonna make a fiberglass roof. I already have the mold, but I was running low on supplies and didn't want to put the money towards that right now, and wanted to make sure I had other things and prioritized more important things. So we just riveted the roof back on for now, and then mid-season I can make a fiberglass roof whenever, because I have the mold already. I made one for a buddy, and it came out pretty good for my first time ever making a roof. So hopefully the next one even comes out even better. So all the pieces fit pretty well. I just got everything like held in position right now with these magnets I got. But I'm debating on if I'm gonna weld it or if I should use these little 90-degree brackets I got. Half of me wants to use it to make it easier and save time and save the chance of fucking up. But it won't look as good. It won't look as clean as it would with it being welded together. It would be easily disassembled, but there's really no reason why it would need to be disassembled in multiple pieces. But I'm gonna go to our school tomorrow though and bring the pieces and take the stomp shear and just put a nice straight edge on this bottom piece right here, and then put some 90-degree bends on these. So there's kind of makes like a flange basically that can sit on top of this top piece that sits here. That top piece, I didn't really do a good job of showing that. That goes there. Okay, well, I guess my phone didn't start recording that whole entire time. I just did some practice pieces, and for my first time welding aluminum in like a year, they didn't come out terrible. Focus. Some of them aren't the prettiest. I had some issues there, obviously, but they're not the worst. I'm definitely gonna practice some more, but we're about to go home for the night. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow and practice for a couple hours or so. And All right, we're back in the shop. It's Tuesday now. On Sunday, I ended off kind of mocking all this up, getting the pieces cut and whatnot. Yesterday, I did a terrible job and I forgot to film. My phone was low battery and I just put on charger and just completely forgot about it. But yesterday, I went to our school and I used the press brake and I put some bends on the sheet metal. Made the flanges for it to sit on top of that top piece that sits from this bar to here. And then I also went ahead and welded it together. They're not the cleanest welds, but they're also not the worst welds. I've seen a whole lot worse aluminum welds, so I'm pretty happy with them. For my first time welding aluminum in over a year, I think they came out good. But today, I'm gonna try and work on getting the hole cut in this piece right here, and then making the rear windshield. Which, now thinking about it, I forgot to go get more chipboard. So I'm gonna go do that before Hobby Lobby closes. Also, what came in today is my Durale, however the frick you want to say it, dual fan radiator shroud. I was planning on making a radiator shroud, but like after just doing more research and whatnot, like this was only 400 bucks off Jegs, and they had one that's going to fit my radiator. They have a bunch of different sizes and everything. It made more sense to do this just to save time, and I think I'd honestly run out. I don't even have enough aluminum to make a radiator shroud right now, so I'd have to go get a whole nother sheet of aluminum, drive far for it. This just made way more sense. So I went ahead, got this. Also to go with that, I got the Mishimoto pulse width modulated fan controller. So that'll be cool. It'll make, you know, not overworking my fans easy, because originally I had the idea of putting in like a high and a low switch, but the Mishimoto pulse width modulated fan controller allows it to be controlled specifically off the coolant temp, so you can set how much like percentage of how fast you want the fans to go per the temperature of the coolant. And then you can also wire in like a hot wire switch, so you can turn the fans on while like the car's off per se, and you have the water pump running. So that'll be nice for when we're doing pit stops and I turn the car off just to like cool down for a second. I can keep the water pump on and keep the fans on and keep the coolant being cooled down. Picking away at things, you know, making slow progress, but remember, progress is still progress. And as long as you're making one step each day, you're getting a little bit closer to the end of the line, or end of your goal, or wherever you're trying to go. So let's get right into it. Also, don't know if I mentioned this, I accidentally filmed all the videos and time lapses I filmed the other day vertical. So I don't know if those made it in it. If it did, don't mind that. That was a mistake on my part. I broke my camera. The camera I used to like film all my videos and everything, it was on this tripod. It's 15 bucks from Walmart. I don't have high hopes for it, but it works, mostly. It didn't work when my big camera was on it though, and it just miraculously fell over when I was sweeping up, and the camera no longer turns on. I don't have money to buy a new one right now, so we're rocking with the iPhone right now. I have another big camera, but it's just so impractical to film with, so we're just gonna keep rolling with the iPhone clips. Somehow just started taking a video while playing music. I didn't know you could do that. It always just paused it on me. That's pretty cool though. That's why I always did so many time lapses. Work fine. It didn't fit at first, so I trimmed it down. Just holding it in the air, it fits. So we're gonna put it in the car and make sure it fits in the car. Try the dose. Wrong way. Yeah. Nice. There's a gap there. That's what that trim stuff I was talking about earlier is for. That looks pretty cool though. Alright, so we got the rear, like the first part of the duct all in. It's just sitting in there right now. I got it held down with some magnets and whatnot. Ran to Hobby Lobby to grab some more chipboard. I'm gonna start working on the rear window template with Alex, since I broke my rear window and I got it out, so I don't have it to like lay the chipboard over and copy it. So we're gonna do the old school way, draw some lines, add some space onto the lines, and then cut it out and trim down from there. What's going on, guys? It's like, Jesus Christ. All right, it's like later in the afternoon, Saturday now. I was gonna come here yesterday, Friday afternoon, but I fell asleep and woke up at 2 a.m. So I've been here for some time. I got pretty much the rear chute of the radiator all done, and that's 90% done. The sides are all welded. My buddy Jamie's here right now. He's gonna weld the middle piece to make it look nice and pretty because he's way better at aluminum TIG welding than I am. Then it's gonna go in the car. We're gonna build a frame and put the trim on it. So it's coming together. We're almost done. Alright, so I don't know how many days later it is from the last time I filmed a clip, but regardless of that, a lot of stuff has changed for me, for my day-to-day life in the past like week and a half. So excuse my sporadic video and just like the delayedness of it, because I wanted to post it, you know, a week after the last video, but just some stuff came up and it didn't get to happen. But basically, the past few days I've been slowly picking away, finishing up the rear rad. That was really loud. And it's 99% done now. I feel like I said that multiple times, but this time it's like actually like 99% done. I won't say 98, because I need to get some more washers and whatnot. But we're pretty much there. We got everything in. I got the top beauty plate / just like sandwich plate all made, except I ran out of washers for the bolts, so, and also bolts. I'm debating on putting like a little wind foil right here. I made a little template, but it was too tall and I didn't really like how it looked, so I think I'm gonna make another one. And I'm still not sure if I'm gonna like it. I think it looks cool how it is right now. We got the coolant reservoir and expansion tank right there. We're gonna run a hole probably like right here that'll go to the fitting on the rad to fill it. And then we will drill another hole probably right here, which will be the inlet of the rad, and the outlet is on that side. And then we will run the lines down and through the Motion Raceworks bulkhead. Got two of these really nice pieces from Motion Raceworks. Just adds that little bit of professionalness or just higher quality to to the build, in my opinion. But once I get all this finished, I'm gonna get more bolts, make sure everything fits well. I'm gonna pull it all out. We're gonna paint this and probably steel it gray. And I think we're gonna do this the same color of the engine bay. I think it'll be cool. I haven't said what the color of the engine bay is yet, but maybe I'll reveal it in the next video. It's a sweet color though, I promise. So I've been picking away at that, getting closer to being done with that. Once that's done, I'm gonna get the battery mounted in the rear. I've been back and forth on where I'm gonna put the battery, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a little cage back here for the battery box to sit in and bolt down to. Then we'll run the lines up through the car. We're gonna get that in. We're gonna finish routing the fire system, and then I'm gonna finish the front end, the tubed front end. But before I do that, I'm gonna get the car on the ground, because I just want everything to be level, ground level. Because I don't exactly know how level it is sitting on the Jacksons right now. But it's been level enough to do what we have done. But I want to finish everything with it on the ground. I'm also gonna have to be I'm probably gonna put the motor in and out twice to figure out where I'm gonna put coolers. So we're getting there. I'm shooting for like 4 or 5 weeks. Hopefully we can start the motor. I think next week we'll pull it apart. I got a little side project going on over here right now too, trying to flip this Volvo I got. So, but in the meantime, drop a like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Have a good night.